Hello, welcome to Gear from the Shed again. In this video I'm going to split this down into two parts basically. I'm going to show you the products I use for cleaning the camera sensor, and then I'll show you how I actually clean the camera sensor. Now in the second part I'm going to have to hold the camera, which obviously might get a little bit shaky, but hopefully it'll work out okay. Now I use all these products for cleaning my sensor depending on how dirty it is. Now, if there's a lot of dust on the sensor and it's stubborn dust, I tend to use a swab system with a fluid. It's an Eclipse. It's called optic cleaning fluid. You apply that to the actual swab itself and then wipe that across the camera sensor. My preferred method is this one, which is silicone pads basically. They're sticky silicone pads. You have a large one, which I tend not to use because I don't see the point. I don't want to clean the whole sensor with that. I just want to get the bits of dust that I can see. And then you've got the spot cleaning one, and then that's your sticky pad. Now these can be cleaned in clear running water, obviously clean running water. Before I start the procedure, I tend to use the blower to blow any dust out of the cavity. I use a loop so that I can see where the dust is, and on rare occasions when I've not had these products available, I've actually used a low tack masking tape to clean my sensor. Right, now going through these, obviously with the fluid you apply a small band of fluid to the bottom of the swab and then run that across your sensor. With these sticky pads, that's the small one, so that's just basically for spot cleaning. What you would do is you would release this, which is another sticky pad. Got cellophane on the back of it. You would draw that back, and to clean your pad or your pointer, you literally just touch it. That takes all the dust and all the bits of grunge off of there and makes it ready to actually spot clean the sensor. Now before you actually start, you need to make sure that you've got a fully charged battery in your camera. The last thing you want to happen is your mirror coming back down and your shutter closing while you're trying to clean it. That will damage your camera. So make sure that your camera is fully charged. Now this is my camera. That's the mirror box. I turn the camera on. I'll turn it round. Hit the menu. We're already in sensor cleaning. So if I hit OK and then scroll down to clean manually, as soon as I hit that button and press OK, the mirror will flip up. There we go. With the mirror flipped up, I then take my loop. This is the loop tool. It's just basically a magnifying glass, but this one has a light on it. Now place that onto my camera and then inspect. Now I will show you a closer view of this. I'm going to move on to the second video now, which I'm going to have to go handheld. So hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for the next one. Right, this is the second part of Gear from the Shed. That's the camera sensor exposed with plenty of light on it. I move the loop round and then go in. You'll kind of get an idea of what you can see. You can basically see every speck of dust that's on that sensor. Now once you've sort of decided where you're going to clean, you literally just move the loop out of the way, which I'm doing one-handed, which is a little bit awkward. Get your tool, go into the cavity and literally just touch where the dust is, and that will lift it off onto that tip. You clean the tip by redoing it on the pad, and then if you want to, when you finish, just clean it in clean running water, leave it to air dry. The other method is obviously the swab. Now the swabs are the size of the sensor. I tend not to like using these simply because you're wiping across the sensor, and if there's any gritty dust on there you could potentially scratch your sensor. But you'd use a fluid, apply a little bit of fluid to the actual swab, run it across your sensor, turn it over, run it across your sensor again, then get a dry one and run that across your sensor very lightly. You're not pressing hard with these, you're literally just slight pressure and just dragging it across. That will get rid of stubborn dust, stubborn marks on your sensor, but like I say, I don't particularly like using that, and I tend to keep my sensors clean. I don't let them get to the state where they're really gunged up. And finally, in the field, I have been actually known to use masking tape, low tack masking tape. And what you can do with that is it's exactly the same as that tool there. You lay that onto your sensor, very slight pressure, and then pull it off. That again will release dust. But if you're going to try that method, well, if you're going to try any of these methods, you're doing it at your own risk. If you're not confident in cleaning sensors, don't do it. Take it to somebody who is confident and will guarantee their work. I don't have a problem. I don't find it a difficult task. It is fairly simple, and once you've done it a couple of times, it does. The fear factor goes. The sensor isn't as sensitive as you actually think it is. It's not as delicate as you think it is. So that's episode 2 or 3 of Gear from the Shed. I hope you've enjoyed this one. There will be more to follow. They're all unedited, all unscripted. I'm talking off the fly here. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm sorry for the shaky camera.